On this page you can set up your trading bot in one long form. So let me show you how that works. We have got a lot of fields, a lot of modifications that you can do here. So first of all, I will give this a name. I will just call it testbot01, and then the bot type. We have three types of bots. We have a TradingView bot, we have a mining hamster bot, we have a manual trading bot. I would strongly suggest to use the TradingView bot. The manual bot is just if you want to test something quite fast, or you want to use the bot instead to basically execute the trade on your behalf. But I would just suggest to do that on the exchange directly. So this is just for some few cases that you may use the manual trading. So here the TradingView bot that we can use, and then the direction. It depends on the exchange. So for example, here if you trade on BitMEX, you can leave it to both, but don't worry if the exchange does not support short trading. It doesn't make a difference. It just gives you more options here. So in the case of Binance, we will pick Binance here. In the case of Binance, we just pick long because it will just allow us long trading and not short trading. This is the regular Binance spot account, and then we will use the webhook. In an older version there was also the possibility to use emails, but they're a little slower, so I will not recommend to use them. In theory, you can also just send emails to our bot and he will execute it for you. So if you have your own application, you can send out of your own applications emails with the syntax and we can generate it. But for now, let's just stick to the TradingView. So TradingView, we will receive the alerts from TradingView through the webhook. Here we have to pick the currency. So let's just pick, in this case, let's pick USDT, BTC. You have to use the search function for now. We will integrate the search box to make it easier. For now, you have to use the search function. You can also pick more than one currency pair here for one bot. It's the question if it makes sense, but you can. So I have a bot now that will support USDT and USD. So this is useful if you are saying, okay, I use, for example, an RSI strategy, and this RSI strategy will work for Bitcoin and for Ethereum, then it could make sense to do that. So here the strategy, I just call it RSI, Ethereum, BTC, whatever you can call it, however you want. I pick a time frame, I pick 5 minutes here, and this time frame is just for the internal use. It will also appear here in the syntax, but mainly we not look at it in the bot itself. The connector, if you have an empty account, you will have just the virtual Binance here, and you should pick that. And what that means is that you can just trade, paper trade basically. So we give you real data, but you're not losing and you're not winning any money. This is paper trading, so virtual trading. As soon you want to use the bot on a real exchange, you need to update or subscribe to our bot, and then you will be able in the settings tab to add your own connectors. Like I made here, I already added 4 real exchanges, so 4 different Binance exchanges that I can also use here. But for now, I use the virtual Binance, and I will set it here to 0.001 Bitcoin per trade. So if I put in here the maximum numbers of trades, my maximum volume that this bot can trade will basically be 0.005, because I allow 5 open trades in this case. Here I can decide if I want to use a closing signal from TradingView or not. I could also just let it run, or I could also just set the take profit, but I can also combine it. So I will leave it enabled, and I can say if I want to close the trades one by one, or if I want to close all at once. So I leave it one by one because for RSI this is much better. And then in this case I will enable the take profit. I will say, okay, I also want the bot to close automatically my trade if it reached 3% profit. So it will close the trade when the closing signal comes in or if the take profit comes in. Then I can use the stop loss. Let's use the stop loss here. And the trailing stop loss means if I put in here 1%, then if the price moves up 1%, it will be triggered. But it will get active just if this number is reached. So here it will get triggered, so it will be watching out. And then if it's moving up 1 more percent here, the bot will automatically move your stop loss 1% higher. So this is a very good way to make more money. Here it's important that you pick the currency pair before you copy this out. And then if you copy this out, this is an open long. So you can create the bot now, create and start it. I will first copy the syntax here over to TradingView, and then I will create and start it, so you see. So if I go to TradingView now and I watch the chart over here, and I will apply an indicator. You can simply apply an indicator by clicking right on the chart, and then you go to the public library, for example, and I look for an RSI indicator. RSI. I just pick the first one here, then I close it again, and then I will just look back. I will take a 5-minute time frame, and then I will have a look how the RSI behaved. So and now I can decide, okay, I want, for example, to buy at this level. I will just add the alert, and seems like I have to log in again. Just give me a second. So now, then I just decide to add the alert at a level where the RSI touched in the past. It really depends on your time frame. But let's say I put it on a level like the first one on that. The beauty is that you can set as many as you want. So I would here, I see, okay, it just came out a little here. I add an alert here. That means I leave it to this. In my case, I always do like crossing up, because if the price goes, or if the RSI goes down below this level, it can go far, far more down. But if it comes up, it's more likely a good time to buy. Then I put this to once per bar close. Here you see, if you trade the second or third time, this will already be there. You don't have to do it. But if you would trade like the first time, what you need to do is to go to your bot and copy out. We give that to you here, the webhook URL. So you just simply copy out the webhook URL, go to TradingView, copy in the webhook URL here. That's all you need to do. And then just go ahead and copy, because now we want to open a long trade. You just copy this in here. So basically, I already have this, but we don't need this, and I copy this in here. You see it copied the webhook as well. You just need the buying signal in here. It's possible to put in more than one buying signal. So if you would say you want to also do something else in here, you would have to make a comma, and then you can copy the next signal in there. So this is a little messy now because it always copies in the webhook as well. So it didn't copy. But just to show you, most of the time you will just use one of the signals in here, one syntax. But if you want to use two or more, it would be just separated by a comma and then a space and then the next. So I just leave it to one and I would just create it. And now what I can do is I can also set a buying level here. I make sure this is all set up like I want it. So crossing up, once per bar close, the webhook is already there. I just copy in the signal here. So this is the buying signal again. create it, and I could make a third one, and then on top I do the same. I just copy out, in this case, the selling signal, and I go here on top, and let's say, okay, this looks good, I want to sell it here. I go crossing up also, because if it goes up, I prefer to close it by crossing up. Once we're about closed, this is already there. Now I copy in here the selling signal, and as you see, it copied. We have to check that in the bot, but it should be just your email address, then sell long, and so on. And then I create it. So what automatically will happen now is that if the RSI level goes down to one of these two lines, it will automatically buy, and if it goes up to this line, it will automatically sell. So if you compare it here, this would be, for example, this buying stop would have been like 35,577, and if it goes up here, then we are already at 36.6, something like that. So it's a good indicator, I would say. And then to make it all work at the end, make sure you click here on create and start. If you just create it, you have to go to your bots again and also start it manually. So now it's created and started, and we see it here. If you want to go back to the bot setup, just click on the bot's name. You will have all the setup. You will recognize that some of the fields cannot be changed anymore. This is because otherwise you could mess up the setup and the bot will not know what to do anymore. If you want to make any changes, I suggest just to copy it. Then everything will stay where it is. You can put in a new name, and I would also suggest a new strategy name, and you could actually pause or stop or delete the other bot, so you use this bot. So this is all from that long form. I hope it was useful. If you have any questions, please just use the chat box here for help. We try to be there as soon as possible.